Hello, you lovely people. This is me, the Bombay chef Varun Inamdar, and welcome to Get Curried. Today's recipe is a very simple recipe. It's not one of the most classic recipes, but when it comes to Indo-Chinese, this one may soon become a classic. The name of the recipe, crispy egg hot garlic. I'm going to divide this recipe into two components. The first one is the anda or the egg part, and the second part is the hot garlic sauce. Coming to the first one, eggs, to which I'm going to add in a little bit of garlic, not too much, because a lot of garlic is going to be part of the sauce. Freshly cut coriander leaves, salt, freshly cracked black pepper. The next step is to whip this. The next step is to take an omelette pan, and to this I'm going to add in oil. Once the oil heats up, I'm going to drop in this mixture. The idea to get a nice fluffy egg or a fluffy omelette is to ensure that the liquid mixture, the liquid egg, starts swirling in the entire pan. And once all of that kind of congeals, you bring all of the sides together like so. You start pushing them to the bottom, release them from the sides, and flip this. The egg has become nice and fluffy and has also cooked perfectly well. Time to keep this aside and bring in our wok. Now this is for the next component, and that is making the hot garlic sauce. First things first, oil in a wok, and once that heats up, I'm going to begin with lots of garlic, a little bit of ginger, and a little bit of green chili. Once the raw flavor of the garlic, ginger, and chili goes away, I'm going to add in sliced onions. These are regular red onions, and along with this, green capsicum. You can make this nice and colorful by adding in different colors of bell peppers, but I'm sticking to the classic. Stir this well on high flame. And with this, I'm going to add in some proprietary sauces, beginning with tomato ketchup. Now this not only adds in to that beautiful, vibrant red color, but also brings in a little tinge of sweetness to this recipe. So if you actually eat this, it'll begin sweet and then it'll end hot and pungent. Time to add in red chili sauce. And here comes in the hero of this recipe. That's where the hot quotient of this recipe comes in, and this is Bhoot Jhola Kya chili sauce. Time to add in water, and along with this, salt and pepper. Remember the fact that most of the proprietary sauces, in fact all of them, have salt already. So for this, it's about the onions, capsicum, and the water. Remember this. Freshly cracked black pepper. Okay, now talking about chilies in this recipe, it's again very tricky. You can personalize this completely. Well, hot garlic, as the name suggests, the sauce is intended to be hot, but you can choose the level of spice. It does not have to be shocking spicy. Just a little touch of spice also works perfectly, but I just thought Bhoot Jhola Kya and this recipe would go wonderfully well. Allow this to come on a roll boil, and while that's happening, I'm going to make a slurry with cornstarch and water. Time to add in the slurry. With this, our hot garlic sauce is done and ready. Off goes the flame. The next step is to take the omelette on a cutting board and cut this into desired shapes. Once the omelette is cut, let's begin with the plating. And finally, last but not the least, some spring greens. With this, our crispy egg in hot garlic sauce is done and ready. Make this for lunch, make this for dinner, eat it for midnight supper. The choice is completely yours. Make a starter out of it or make a main course out of this. But make this. On this note, this is me, the Bombay chef Varun Inamdar, signing off. Bye for now.